NPD is a serious condition that can be difficult to treat. Typically, narcissists don't go for help on their own. Typically, talk therapy is used to treat NPD. If the person has other mental health issues or additional personality disorders, mood stabilizers may be utilized. So how can you recognize a narcissistic personality? While there are many distinct indicators that someone may have NPD, the following 10 represent some of the most prevalent indicators. 1. Conversational monopoly. You might be interested in learning how to identify narcissists. Although there are many narcissistic characteristics, dominating a discussion is one of the most blatant. During conversations, narcissists talk over or interrupt other participants to convey their opinions or talk about themselves. This tendency can be so compulsive that it can frighten people into complete silence for long stretches of time. Additionally, they frequently disregard what others say or simply respond briefly before returning the conversation to their story. These narcissistic characteristics, an excessive demand for admiration, a sense of entitlement, and a lack of empathy, come in part from the need for others to feel seen and heard is disregarded by narcissists. The narcissist seeks to command attention. 2. Disregarding social norms or rules. Still wondering how to identify a narcissist. A propensity to break conventions or traditions, often with dramatic results, is one of the more disruptive symptoms of narcissism. A person with NPD could ask for preferential treatment or complain if they are unable to get around the rules. According to Psychology Today, some examples of these narcissistic tendencies include breaking traffic regulations. At the office, supply theft. Getting in front of queues of people. In other words, the narcissist isn't the only one for whom the rules exist. A narcissist is unique. Because of the unique status bestowed upon him or her, they ignore the laws. 3. An obsession with appearance. The narcissist could be preoccupied with how they appear. Some narcissists spend a lot of time every day gazing in the mirror. They continuously alter or improve their appearance. Additionally, narcissists are more likely to talk about how others look. They could make fun of someone's appearance, physique, or facial traits in an overtly derogatory manner. NPD patients place a strong emphasis on making a positive first impression on others, in addition to their physical attractiveness. They would exaggerate or even make up tales to boost their sense of importance and self-worth. Some NPD sufferers also desire attractive relatives because they believe that a child is an extension of the parent. The narcissistic parent may abuse or bully their child while justifying their actions. A parent with NPD can think that having kids is there to make them seem nice and make them feel important. They serve no use besides this. They undoubtedly lack their own needs and desires. But appearances are more than just physical appearances. A narcissist places a high value on having a perfect appearance in their lives. They expect respect. For the narcissist, keeping up with the Joneses is a top priority. Even better if the narcissist can outperform the Joneses. 4. A focus on envy. Another manifestation of narcissistic behavior is jealousy. While many people experience moments of envy for others throughout their lives, narcissists are capable of becoming entirely absorbed by these emotions. They could continuously complain about the possessions or riches of others. They may fervently believe that others are jealous of them. Some narcissists use this impulse to deliberately pursue relationships with wealthy or high-status individuals. The narcissist steals or at least minimizes the effort of their coworkers in the workplace out of feelings of envy. On a project, the narcissist might not have put much effort. Even yet, the narcissist could feel entitled and anticipate having their name at the head of a project. Additionally, narcissists may believe that they are due a break at work from someone who is performing better than they are. The narcissist feels jealous of others' talents that they have developed over many years of toil. The narcissist has no qualms about employing the skilled individual if they are unable to gain those skills. The narcissist may try to drive a coworker out of the office if they can't utilize them to obtain what they want. This deceitful action, at least temporarily, decreases the competition the narcissist faces. 5. Lack of consideration for others. Narcissists frequently exhibit manipulative tendencies and take advantage of social interactions to advance their own objectives. With friends or family members, people with NPD create deep emotional bonds and utilize those bonds to advance their own interests and bolster their sense of significance. There are many different types of manipulation, but some examples include extreme mood swings and heated disputes, a desire to place responsibility on others. If they feel they have been wronged, a narcissist may take their anger at others to the nth degree. For instance, if a member of the narcissist's family becomes ill, the narcissist may be at best uncaring and at worst cruel. They struggle to acknowledge other people's suffering because they are incapable of feeling empathy. 6. Constant and increasing praise. In the group, narcissists are the leading man. They frequently overstate their feeling of self-importance and demand admiration from everyone they encounter. Additionally, even when others don't deserve to be praised, narcissists demand constant attention and special treatment from them. Narcissists make certain they receive their narcissistic supply by taking the center stage and controlling the discourse. Therefore be it, even if it offends some people. No matter what it costs others, the narcissist obtains what they want. Praise is included here. If compliments don't come readily, the narcissist also puts himself in the way of such compliments. In a process known as fishing, the narcissist looks for compliments on their appearance, cooking, profession, or way of life. Anything to prove their significance. Despite their outward appearance of assurance, they are actually consumed by self-doubt, which undermines their sense of importance. They start to feel belittled if praise is not given frequently. They work harder to win more compliments as a result. The narcissist requires someone who continuously elevates them. Their fleeting allure quickly makes them a hit with the crowd. For them, compliments are effortless, but the adulation phase is short-lived. The narcissist's insatiable demand for praise and attention was like a bottomless hole. Unfortunately, the narcissist turns to wrath if they don't give him the kind of adulation they demand. This wrath frequently serves as the start of the abuse cycle for narcissists, who progress to physical violence. If they can, people with NPD win admiration and praise by being charming. They might lose it at the first sign of criticism or harm to their sense of self. If they are not given appreciation, they turn to other, frequently highly damaging and perhaps even dangerous, means of obtaining what they believe they are due. Once more, the narcissist may display signs of rage like wrath. Sadly, it's possible that the person who was the target of the wrath didn't even criticize the narcissist. Instead, the narcissist interpreted the other person's remark or action as an insult and responded accordingly. The narcissist's low self-esteem is the root cause of everything. Many narcissists exhibit a great deal of pride, so it's hard for their victims to accept that the narcissist's poor self-esteem is what keeps them from moving forward. It does. Numerous narcissists go to considerable efforts to boost their egos and obtain the attention they desire. One of the most blatant narcissistic traits is this. According to Psychology Today, some narcissists choose high-profile positions in business or politics to satisfy their desire for admiration and acclaim. This unquenchable thirst for admiration results from a wounded inner child. The child developed a fake self as a result of this wound in order to fit in and feel safe in a dangerous setting. The narcissist experiences an attack on their fake selves as annihilation. Receiving praise and comments from others helps the narcissist combat these inferiority complexes. 7. Everyone else is to blame. According to Very Well Mind, the narcissist's toolkit for manipulation includes the use of blame and shame. The narcissist takes over with these toxic twins. By humiliating their spouse, the narcissist assumes a superior position in their relationships. Always, the victim is in a better position. The narcissist will take any necessary steps to restore control if the victim somehow upsets this dynamic of power. The narcissist gains control of others by being impolite, rude, hiding behind nasty jokes, criticizing, and sabotaging. For instance, the person who is worried about their weight may become the target of the narcissist's fat jokes, or they may just speak plainly without making a joke. Because they lack empathy, narcissists frequently disguise their criticism as sincere sentiment. After shaming someone over their weight during a public lunch, a narcissist can claim, "I'm only worried about your health." The narcissist shames the victim into silence when they object, reminding them once more that the comment was made for their personal benefit. The narcissist might add that the victim is too sensitive in order to pack a punch. This prevents the victim from defending themselves against the narcissist's assault. Sadly, this exposes the sufferer to additional mental health abuse. When someone is publicly shamed, there is a chance that others nearby will follow suit. A victim therefore has to deal with more than just the narcissist's shame methods. He or she is subject to the collective group's shaming strategy. There is also a propensity for more subdued narcissists to hold others accountable for their actions and failings. They are held accountable for harming the parent's reputation if their child receives a B on their report card. The victim of domestic abuse is held responsible for the narcissist's attack on them. The narcissist may blame the child for diverting the inattentive spouse's attention from them if they have one. In these cases, the narcissist is never at fault. The narcissist abdicates all accountability for their lives and their deeds by placing the blame on others. Rarely do narcissists recognize their part in a bad circumstance. They think those who don't follow their internal, well-choreographed script are doing it on purpose to damage them. The internal script of the narcissist is mostly unknown. Unfortunately, they don't learn until the narcissist explodes when something doesn't go according to plan. A narcissist who adopts this mentality will always have someone to accuse and belittle. It also places the narcissist in a position of authority. In order to protect their mental well-being, those who are close to the narcissist often feel like they must tread carefully. The victims of the narcissist are continually caught off guard because they never know when the narcissist will conjure up an offense to blame them for. 8. They worry about rejection. Most narcissists, according to mental health professionals, display these maladaptive behaviors as a result of their anxiety over being abandoned. Nevertheless, as strange as it may sound, the narcissist typically deserts others. It's frequently a case of leaving before you're left in the narcissist's thinking. However, even though the narcissist started the split, it rarely lasts. Victims of this cycle must comprehend that a number of elements contribute to the breakup and makeup phases. To begin with, the narcissist requires their narcissistic supply in order to feel good. It only makes sense to the narcissist's way of thinking to turn back to someone he or she has rejected. The narcissist has already educated that individual to shower them with the accolades they crave. Second, the victim becomes exhausted from constantly leaving and returning. After some time, the victim's self-esteem really suffers. The victim eventually becomes reliant on the narcissist as a result of the pattern of leaving and returning. This makes sure the victim will never leave the narcissist. The narcissist love bombs others. They initially cling to their victim tightly, developing a dependency. These are the kinds of dramatic narcissistic behaviors that lousy romance novels are composed of. A narcissist is the only person who loves the victim as much as they do. In fact, because narcissists pay their victims such close attention, the victims themselves often come to believe that no one would ever love them as much as their narcissist does. Love bombing gives the victim such a rush that she starts to seek it. For the narcissist, this stage is merely a component of the phase of valuing, followed by devaluation. At first, the narcissist elevates others. The focus of the narcissist's attention is impervious to wrongdoing. However, things swiftly turn bad. The narcissist's anxiety over being abandoned is still present. they gradually start to diminish the value of his or her object of love. The narcissist does this to lessen the effects of the abandonment they anticipate shortly. Once more, in an effort to prevent being abandoned, the narcissist may end things with the victim. By ending their relationship with the narcissist, the victim could, however, turn the situation around. This action puts the narcissist in overdrive. To maintain the victim in the narcissist's control, more love bombing takes place. In the worst situations, the narcissist becomes angry at the victim for ending things with them. At such point, the narcissist can launch an effort to harm the victim's reputation, or make an attempt to kidnap the victim's pals. In the worst-case scenarios, when the victim leaves the narcissist, physical assault may occur. No one is allowed to leave because of the narcissist. The prospect of physical harm or actual physical harm frequently stops the abandonment, at least momentarily. 9. The narcissist leads a fantasy life. A narcissist frequently has grandiose fantasies. They conjure up complex imaginations about their prosperous and wonderful lives. They anticipate that others will share and validate their fantasies. The narcissist may believe they are more intelligent and wealthy than everyone else, more gorgeous and brilliant than anybody else, more significant. Covert narcissists will fabricate tales about untrue incidents to buttress their illusions. If the incident really did occur, they would alter the facts to present it in a more favorable light. In the narcissist's world, people like governors, rich, and celebrities are commonplace. Admiring admirers swarm to their feet. The narcissist launches into a rage when and if someone criticizes their inflated sense of superiority. They do this because they want to preserve the false self they made up so long ago. Even while their actions harm everyone around them, the true harm to their mental health was been done long ago as a result of trauma. To survive their trauma, the incident prompted them to reimagine themselves as someone more likable. To buttress this flimsy, fake ego, they invented a fictional existence. The narcissist's phony self disintegrates if there is no longer support for the dream. This does not justify the narcissist's frequently inappropriate actions and exaggerated sense of importance. It does, however, clarify the significance of the narcissist's delusion. 10. There are frequently conditions attached. Gifts often come with conditions, as victims who are aware of the narcissist's tactics are aware. Unexpected gifts are used by the narcissist to influence the victim and acquire what they desire. Never do they give something merely to give it. Gifts, whether material or immaterial, are given in exchange for something else. The narcissist always ensures that the gift's recipient is aware of who gave it to them. Additionally, there is an implicit understanding with the narcissist. The narcissist will eventually get their collateral back. It's especially nicer if the recipient is someone who is feeling a little down and out. A narcissist can save this victim from a bad situation. The recipient pays repeatedly in return. In order to foster loyalty and ensure that no one ever deserts them, the narcissist gives. The narcissist may at times provide so much that some individuals become dependent on them. Unfortunately, it's challenging for the narcissistic victim to take gifts from anyone. The victim's mental health is impacted by their constant anxiety that the presents are conditional. Even when others have the best of intentions, the victims of narcissists find it difficult to believe in their motives.